Hello, and welcome to episode 70 of Anime Territory. I am your host this week, Benjamin Shabbing, and with me as always is my co-host, Johnny the Red Ogre Ruhal.
Okay, the Red Ogre.
That's a hint for the show I watched without you.
The Red Ogre, okay. It's not One Piece.
No.
Because there was a giant they met whose bounty nickname or whatever was the Red Ogre. And it's not that.
Small world.
It's not. Lots of ogres in Yu Yu Hakusho, so I'm assuming you didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Nope,
it's not currently airing.
A currently airing anime.
It's not like the one with Lum, the girl that wears the is it like a tiger bikini or whatever? She's sort of an ogre-like character, isn't she? And she's an alien, but she's got the little ogre horns. It's not that. Okay. All right. I'll just have to wait and see what it is that you watch without me.
Okay. So this episode we're going to do our fall anime impressions. We've got a good list of anime that we at least watched the first episode of. Most of them we're caught up on, but not all of them. Well, half of, I would say about half.
Yeah, about half of them were caught up on.
I forgot about this chunk that I have.
Yeah. So let's dig. So what's our format? It's just so we can kind of briefly explain.
We'll just pick a. Pick a anime?
Okay, let me say the format then.
Okay.
Because you don't seem to know what it is. You will say an anime, or I'll say an anime, whatever. One of us will say one of the anime on the list. We'll say our general thoughts. I wrote down just like a quick blurb for each one. You know, maybe a premise update of it. What we're ranking it so far. Mm-hmm. And whether we're going to continue watching it, whether we're kind of on the fence about it, or whether we've dropped it.
We're done.
And then you're also going to give me, after we get our rankings, you're going to give me what my anime list currently has it ranked as. And I'm going to react to that.
Yes.
It might be a lot of me shouting.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just see.
Okay.
We'll see what's going on here.
So, first on the list is Spy Family.
Season...
Technically, still the first season, I think.
Oh, it's season 1 part...
Whatever that is. Yeah.
It's not season 1 part 2. We've already had that. Mm-hmm. But on Crunchyroll, it was just like season 1, episodes 26 onward. And I'm like, what?
It's season 2.
Season 2 of Spy Family. But I don't think it has like a separate like subtitle. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of like, you know, it's like, oh, this is called Second Attack or whatever. Yeah. I think that's what Nagatoro's second season is called. It doesn't have like a separate name there, which is
why it's still technically the first.
Yeah. It's been good so far, but not great is how I'm going to put this. Okay. I feel like it's leading up to something that's going to be great, but it hasn't really had like an arc yet this season.
Okay. So you don't like that there's an arc right now.
I don't. I think the show is better when there is like a continuous arc. This has just been sort of Okay. Here's some little side stories, which I'm fine. Don't get me wrong.
See, I like the side stories.
I think it's good. I just think it's like, I don't know. I mean, our one complaint of season 1 is that there's not enough Yor, like, doing normal stuff. I feel like we haven't had too much Yor. I mean, an episode...
The first episode was Yor.
Yeah, but she wasn't really herself in that episode. She was angry because she got shot in the butt and was in pain.
Yeah, it's great.
It's just like, I don't know what I want. But I think it's leading up to something big, and I'm excited for that. And I'm fine with the side stories. I'm not like mad that they're little side stories. I think I'm just like, okay, but I want the big stuff.
Okay.
It's just I think it's leading to something exciting. It's just not quite there yet for me. Okay. So if I had to rank it, I would say I'm undecided because I would probably put it at a 7 or an 8, but it could go up to a 9 or it could go down to a 7. Okay. You know, like I'm sort of in that range. You know, excited but hesitant.
Yeah, gotcha.
Do we have to describe the premise of Spy Family?
No.
He's a spy. She's an assassin. They don't know that.
He adopted a daughter.
He adopted a telepath
for a mission.
and he doesn't know that she's a telepath, but she's the only one that knows that they're all who they are. They're basically just in this fake family for their own reasons. Anya, the main character, I guess I would say, is in it because she wants a family. Lloyd needs a family to infiltrate some school, and Yor just wants to avoid looking suspicious because she's an assassin.
Yes.
And then they met a dog that can see the future.
You can see the future.
Yep. That's the premise of Spy Family. Hijinks ensue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read what I wrote. It said it's really fun. Haven't gotten a whole lot into the actual plot, but I'm okay with that as long as it's fun, which has been for the most part. Yeah. A couple half episodes where it's like, but
yeah, I'm not
as a whole,
I'm not like the biggest fan of Damien by himself with his friends.
That's true. But I did like that episode.
Yeah,
I did like them camping.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. I like Anya trying to befriend Damien. I think that is some fun stuff. But it's just like, I don't know, his friends are annoying.
That's true. But yeah,
they were better in that episode when they literally had nobody to be antagonistic against. Gotcha. So I guess they have that going for them, which is nice.
So what is your rating again?
Somewhere between 7 and 9. So I'm just gonna go smack in the middle of 8.
Okay. My anime list rating is 8.22.
Okay.
Which I would say it's about right.
Yeah. I mean, it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
For what's been for a season 2 like this, where the season 1 is really solid, you're gonna get a lot of goodwill early on. And then it could
also that might take into account the last season, so that rating might be a little skewed, but I'd say as a whole that's about right.
Yeah. For Spy Family as a whole, that is where I'm basically putting it. But it's just too hard to say for this season. I would not say that everything. If all we watched was all that we had of Spy Family, I don't think I would rate it that high. So take that with a grain of salt.
Got it. All right, next anime is Frieren.
Oh, we should say we're keeping with Spy Family. I love this.
Oh yeah, we're watching it.
We're watching it week by week. Sometimes I get mad because Ben wants to watch soccer instead of anime on a Saturday morning, so I either have to watch it without him or wait for him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've only watched it without you. I think the first episode.
I can watch soccer like 1 day, 2 days a week. We can literally watch that whenever.
But it's out on Saturday mornings before you go to work.
All right, next episode anime is Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
So this one, just the vibes. She's an elf, magic user.
Yes.
They saved the world in like a 10-year journey, and everyone was like, "Man, we're really close after those long 10 years." And it's like, 10 years isn't that long. I barely know you guys.
Because she's an elf. She has a huge lifespan.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm just going to go wander around and learn about magic. Let's go see the shooting stars or the comet or whatever that's coming around in like 60 years?
I wrote 50, but it's...
I think 50 is right.
I think it's between 40 and 60.
So it's just like, okay. See you then. And then she's like, man, you got old.
Yeah. So they meet back up. They're all old now. They reconnect.
She looks the same. And we've only watched the first episode of this, which...
We are way behind on, because there's like 9 episodes out.
Yeah. So this one is one that we're queuing.
Yes.
Not for we'd probably watch more of it if when we were watching this there was only 2 or 3 episodes out, but when we're like, oh, there's 5 episodes, I don't want to commit 5 episodes right now to a slow show, because this has got, or maybe things change, but it's got a pretty chill, slow vibe going. I wrote down, it's got Kino's Journey vibes, which I can get behind that. I like some Kino's Journey. So I think this one is queued, and we'll probably watch it when we have enough free time and want to watch it. That's the obstacle we're running into right now. It's like, well, do we want to watch this, or do
you want to watch One Piece?
Yeah. I guess there's no hiding it now. We've said it. I am. Well,
that's the.
I've started.
That's the main reason we haven't finished all of these. Is you're watching other anime.
I've been watching One Piece, which has been a lifesaver because I've never been like the biggest fan of One Piece. As a kid, I thought it was fine. It was whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch it some when it was back on Toonami as an adult, and it's like, okay, I can kind of get behind this, but nothing really happens. One episode's not enough, and watching it like a bunch it's too much. It takes too long. So One Piece, the fan edit there, has been a lifesaver as far as like, okay, this is I can take an arc and I can watch it in like a day.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them, mind you, but some of the beginning stuff. And it's like, okay, I finally get it. I get why people like this show, or this manga, I should say.
Okay.
And all my friends who like One Piece are like, yeah, One Piece is the way to go. Why would you? No, don't. Was that a friend of the show, Brock's like, yeah, when me and my brother got to a certain arc, we'd skip to the last 5 minutes. That was all the new content in an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, not gonna.
That's why I've only seen one episodes of some of these animes. It's just.
Well, and it's also just like, I don't want to watch the pig episode, the anime. Spoiler alert. I mean, like, sure, I'll watch another episode. I got to give that one another episode. But we're on Frieren. We'll watch more Frieren.
Yes.
It's queued for now.
Mm-hmm. What is your rating?
7.
All right. My anime list has it as 8.97.
Okay. Now
Again, there's a lot of episodes out, so that I could skew the rating. But that is really high.
Well, I would say there's a lot of episodes out, so that's a more stable rating.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are giving that after so many episodes instead of just initial impressions. So I'm excited now.
Yeah.
That might be like, oh, people are giving it a 9, but also I
That's
don't know. I don't trust.
Seems like the big anime of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff talking about it, or a bunch of hype. I think it was probably a pretty popular manga or light novel or whatever its source material was.
No idea.
So, okay. All right.
But yeah.
I can get behind that. I don't know if I'll agree with it, but it's just hard for me to believe that there'll be a show that comes out that'll just blow me out of the water. Which is why it was so surprising that Sunny Boy did that. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it's possible. It can happen. I just don't see this show doing it.
If I were to give an impression of all the things we've watched so far, it's all been fine. Mm-hmm. Good. Nothing blows me out of the water, though.
I'm waiting for Spy Family to get really good again. I feel like there are some real highs to Spy Family in season 1. So,
okay, next one is Our Dating Story: The Experienced You and the Inexperienced Me.
Yeah, I'm in. It doesn't matter if it's trash. I'm in. This is what I breathe.
Shy nerd is forced to confess his love to the popular girl Runa Shirakawa.
Sure.
She's surprisingly says yes, and they start dating. That's about it.
Yeah. She's very like, oh, I guess guys really want sex. You want to have sex? And he's like, yes.
But no.
But also no. So it's just like, okay. It's cute. There's some spice coming. I can see it on the horizon. Mm-hmm. Some spice melange. I can see the future.
Yeah, that's kind of my main point. Is just like right now, I think it's really good. I think there's going to be some stuff coming up that I might not like, but we will see.
Whereas I'm like, they need something. They need some spice here. I don't want to eat plain mashed potatoes. Get some salt in there. I like
mashed. You like mashed potatoes, I guess.
I don't like mashed potatoes that well. I will eat them.
Okay.
So long as they don't have chunks.
Got it.
So, like, no mashed potatoes that your mom home makes, because I don't care if they're good. Fuck that shit. I need the bland consistency and salt flavor, and that's all that's how I can stand it. Yeah, I don't know.
I like bland.
Let's go on to the next one here, because
hold on. What's your rating?
Oh, my rating 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. Rating is 6.75.
Okay. I might go down to 5 by the end of it. Right now I'm at about 6. I'm like, yeah, I want to watch this. Well, it's not good. So I'm at a 6.
Next one is Dead Mount Death Play.
Season 2.
Yes.
Or Season 1, Part 2?
Part 2, yeah.
See, this is actually where... Oh, I should say our dating story. Yeah, we're watching that one. We're watching that one as it's coming out. Dead Mount Deathplay is where I have to disagree with your statement earlier, where it's like everything's fine. It's like, I don't know, Dead Mount Deathplay, it's going to at least a 7 for me. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I have like a lot more lenient rating system because like anything that's like fine, I'll give a 7.
Yeah, I'm trying to be harsher because there are some things that I've given higher ratings in the past where I'm like, is that? Or, was I 18 and horny?
It's like, do I want to watch it? Okay, it's probably pretty good then.
Yeah, fair. So I wrote down for Dead Mount Deathplay is it keeps hooking me in. I want to be caught and eaten by that assassin girl. I'm a fish.
I wrote stuff is still happening.
Hook me, reel me in, and eat me.
I just wrote stuff is still happening, entertaining but dense.
Yeah, it's fairly dense.
And zombie chick is now a vampire.
Yes. Spoilers. She's a vampire larva.
Yeah.
She can turn into bats and super regenerate.
Yes, but she's not a full-on vampire, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's more of the same. It's very much this author's style of like, okay, there's a bunch of factions and they're all in some small area of Tokyo where there's a lot of interplay between the factions.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's like everything's connected, but we don't know why yet.
Yeah, and we don't know
or
how it all fits into place, but we're seeing the pieces interact with each other, and it's like, oh, well, there's characters that are acting on old information. I kind of like that when it's just like, okay, well, this is what we're going off, and then it's like, oh, but these other characters that we kind of like, they've learned new information, and they don't quite have the full story, but they're acting anyway. There's a little bit of that going on, which is hard to do sometimes. It's hard to resist the urge of just being like, and we're going to constantly, this reveal that we showed to this one group of characters, well, now we're just going to go ahead and reveal it to the other group, and we're just going to chain that reveal 6 times around, where it's just like, nope, we're just moving past that reveal. Okay. You know what I mean? Where there's just scenes where it's just like, oh man, I can't wait till this character learns about this. And then you're just like, I don't know, they're keeping that from me.
I think I'm more just like, wait, who's that guy?
Why is that guy so tall?
I thought they already knew this. Is that Penn alive?
Why is there a pigeon?
Why is there a pigeon?
Why did they stick the pen in the pigeon?
I didn't know pigeons had vocal cords.
Okay. That's
I want that vampire lady to kick me 3 times.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Alright, what's your rating for Dead Mount Deathplay?
I'm going 7 again here.
Okay. Yep, my anime list rating is 7.59.
Okay. So far I haven't been too mad. I've been a little surprised by Frieren, but not too mad at my anime list.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming from what you told me before we started recording is going to happen at one of these points.
See, I thought you liked our dating story a little bit more.
Oh, no, not really.
Okay.
I like it, but I am objectively looking at it. It's like, yeah, it's like a 6.
Okay, I guess that's my thing. It's like, I know you really like romance stuff, but you never rank it high.
Yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't say never.
You don't usually rank it high, I guess.
Yeah, because it's trash.
Okay.
I realize I'm eating garbage, man. I know this about myself, all right? I keep coming back to it, all right?
Okay.
It's addicting. But it's like, unless it's, I'd rate Toradora, I'd rate it a 9 or a 10.
Okay.
It probably doesn't deserve to be a 10, but to me, it's a 10.
Gotcha.
But or Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai gets a high rating from me. So it's like they can get, or Gyro gets a high rating from me. But the rest of this stuff is just like, yes, give me girls that like boy. Yes, girls.
Okay.
Like the girls.
They don't cut down. Alright, next anime is I'm Giving the Disgraced Noble Lady I Rescued a Crash Course in Naughtiness. We watched the first episode of.
Yes. I should say, because we keep forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
We are, we keep watching Dead by Death play. We're
yes.
keeping up with that one. Yeah, so this one is, I've got it as a Q in that I thought we were going to give it a little bit more of a chance on it.
I think
we just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, we will give it a shot. We'll give it at least 2 more episodes. We'll probably finish it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's
when they say naughtiness, you assume one thing, and then in the first episode, it's just like, oh, it's eating candy. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay.
I saw that title, and I'm like, okay, they're doing the bait and switch. I know they're doing the bait and switch.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, they're gonna. So this is what I wrote down. Maybe, probably not going anywhere too naughty for my taste.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be, like, cute, and maybe there's some, like, flirtation or eroge situations that happen. Ecchi situations. That's what I was looking for. But, like, for the most part, I feel like, I don't know, it's just going to be more silly than what I want.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be...
it's like she's going to leave the...
It's not going to be as serious as I want. Or it's not going to...
He's like going to teach her how to like not say thank you after like opening the door or something.
Yeah, it's just...
That's like the naughtiness they're talking about.
They're like, yeah...
Not the degenerate naughty that I want.
They're just like, we're gonna indulge on sweets. That's what the first episode was.
Yeah.
We're gonna indulge on sweets because you were never ever. You were the opposite of spoiled. You were forced into labor under the guise of being a family. It is probably gonna be fine, but not like what I want. Like I just keep thinking of like, the ice guy and his cool female colleague, where it's just like, okay, there's like a little bit of what I want in there, but it just doesn't ever like capitalize.
I would say the main thing is that the main dude seems to be kind of enjoyable, though.
Yeah, he's got a fun.
He has a personality,
energy, but his fun energy is making me think. Okay,
like his whole like big thing is like he just keeps on like correcting like magic scholars' works. He's like, what do you call that?
He's proofreading, yeah.
Okay, he's like proofreading them. It's like, nope, crap. I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. I like that.
But like, he's got the kind of energy where it's just like, he probably doesn't actually like think of her romantically, which is just not what I'm... Not what the title promises, but again, I'm like, I see that title, I think that's a bait and switch.
Gotcha.
So we'll give it a 1, maybe 2 more episodes.
We'll see
where if we really like it, then we'll continue. Or if I'm really bored one day and I'm looking for something to watch, which if I'm watching One Piece, maybe in a couple years.
We're going to turn into a One Piece episode or a One Piece
No,
podcast.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. That's all you're going to be watching for the next 3 years. Okay, what's your rating?
5.
Okay, 7.13.
Yeah, that's too high. That's like, I get it, I guess. But that's too high. That's too high for what I saw in the first episode.
Yeah. Next show is Butariba, the story of a man who turned into a pig.
I gotta give this one more episode. I owe it to the fact that they did it. They made a pig a main character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would think, man, they're really gearing that towards Johnny.
We are a pro pig podcast.
Yes. PPP. Pro pig podcast.
I don't like this pig.
Professional pig podcast.
This is some bad pig, if you ask me.
Well, see, the constant, like, dialogue, like, it's just...
He won't shut up, and it's always just him, like, dirty thoughts. It's
just like, because you have those thoughts. Like, to be fair, people have, like, thoughts where they're just like, why am I thinking about this? I can't stop thinking about this. I have trouble sleeping sometimes, because I'm just like, what if I thought of the worst thing imaginable? Fuck, why am I still thinking of this?
Oh, yeah.
Like, so it's just it's like that constant 24/7 internal monologue.
He's always thinking about the same thing, though.
Yeah. Or the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Degenerate shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's like, okay, it's just constant and it's a little grating.
Yes. And it's kind of boring.
Yeah. Remember the other day where I was looking up the voice actor for, it's like, hey, I've heard that guy's voice actor before in Protocol Rain. He's the pig.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He's all over the damn place, but he's the pig. So I'm just like, okay. I know why I recognize him now. Not because of the pig. I would not recognize him because of the pig, but it's just
I think I was kind of, and it might still be this, I was maybe kind of hoping more for like a vending machine type of thing where it's like he turns into a pig and he like kind of becomes a hero somehow.
Like we only watched one episode.
Yeah, I know, but
and the vending, if I'm being honest, the vending machine anime wasn't that good.
Nah, it was enjoyable though.
But it's just like, yeah, he's a vending machine, whatever.
Yeah.
There's girls that like him and he's a vending machine. That's cool. I'm into that.
But yeah, I did not like
but this one is it's just a little, it's getting on my nerves. He gets on my nerves. We got to give it at least one more episode for pig's sake. We got to start saying that for pig's sake.
For pig's sake, okay.
But I just don't foresee us actually watching this one.
Yeah. What's your rating?
4.
6.13.
I'm not surprised.
I know you'd say that's too high, but like I would say in terms of things, that's not a good rating.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, it's probably about where it should be.
Yeah, I'm on the lower end of like, okay, the comedy is not doing this for me. It's building itself up as a comedy, at least in the first episode, and it's just like that style of comedy is just not. It's too much. It's too much.
All right, next anime is My New Boss is Goofy. Again, we watched the first episode of it.
Yeah, we're dropping this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. What I wrote down is, this show fucking sucks. He's not even goofy. What's the point?
You knew it wasn't going to be Goofy, but come on. You can't even have him like act like Goofy. He's not even goofy. He's just more like oblivious.
You'd think there'd be more like slapstick, like oh, whoops, I got
slipped on a banana peel.
Yeah. I got all wrapped up in this tape at work, and now I'm... My subordinate's got to get me untaped from the ceiling. No. And just like he does some weird things sometimes, I guess. Which the guy calls him goofy. Yeah, he's a little absent-minded is his thing. It's like, that's not goofy. It's just a little absent-minded.
Yes.
So,
but no, this just gives me major Ice Guy vibes. I'm just not going to do it.
I get you.
That show's just very disappointing. I do not want to go down that rabbit hole again.
Okay.
So I'm just like, nope. Dropping this one.
We had to watch it because Goofy was in the title.
Yes.
I feel like going in, we knew we were dropping it after an episode.
Yeah. I didn't have high hopes for it, but it's just like...
Maybe it's good. Maybe he's... fucking magical girl transforms into Goofy. All right? That's the ideal situation.
Yes.
He's got to... save the world by magical girling into Goofy.
Maybe, for some reason, Disney licensed an anime to be made about Goofy being a boss. We have to see. But it wasn't.
No. Wasn't to be. Maybe one day.
Maybe. What's your rating?
Fuck. I don't know. 3.
This one has a 7.76.
Yeah.
That is way too high.
Yeah, who's rating it that high? I don't know what demographic this appeals to.
I mean, it's leaning towards like a boy love.
I guess. But is it appealing to the boys love demographic?
Maybe.
I don't know. I've never gotten that demographic.
That's not our demographic. It's fine.
Yeah.
What we watch, that just still seems too high.
But it's just like, I feel like that demographic, well, like the show that's the big one is Free, the swimming show. Like, I get that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That seems like a good show. I can see why you would be, you would get into that shit if you were into boys love. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I don't know, this guy's, the art style doesn't do it for me. I don't know. But... I guess, whatever, rated 7. I can't stop you. I can't do it. I can't stop you. No. I literally can't. all I can do is go in there and rate it a 3 and
Hopefully.
hope that there's only like 4 other people who've rated it so that will bring it down some.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next anime is Protocol Rain.
Yeah. I'm here for this shit.
Yeah.
It's got like the main focus is not romance, but it's got some romance, love triangle undertones going on here.
Love angle. That we know of. Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, okay, we don't have to focus on it.
Honestly, right now, it might be just a line.
She's into him. He's into her. She's just there.
I don't think he's into anybody right now.
That would still be an angle.
Unless he's into, like, Explosion, who we know is that. But we don't know that yet.
This is where
we have a hypothetical triangle.
Sorry, this just brings flashbacks to conversations I've had with friends of ours about the latter half of Sword Art Online, where it's like, is it she likes her brother and her brother's character and doesn't realize that they're the same person? Does that... And then there's some other people in there. Do they count as 2 separate nodes? Or are they one node?
Interesting.
Well, the reason why I say it's like, okay, this one girl seems to be into him fairly obviously.
Yes.
And like to the point where when they're talking, when she's talking to him as her alter ego, he does not know is the same as her. He's just like, oh, you got a girl on your team? Are you interested in her? And he just like completely doesn't mention, because she's baiting him to like mention her. But he's just like, I don't know, this other girl, I never really thought of it like that. So it's just like, but he doesn't even mention the other one. Mm-hmm. So when somebody implies like, oh, you might have romantic feelings for someone, he jumps to that other person. So,
gotcha.
It is there might be something there. But I think he's just sort of,
he's not focused on it right now?
Yeah, he's kind of hiding away just based off of some shit he's been...
You want me to give a real quick synopsis?
Yeah, sure.
Main character Shun Tokinoya is a gamer who quit gaming after a family tragedy. He now works at an esports cafe, who his friend Nozomi's dad owns. And dad also runs an esports team. When that team quits, him, Nozomi, Akito, his friend, the big guy who doesn't have a name in my anime list.
He's like Angel Meow something on his internet alias.
Big guy.
Yeah.
And the idol you have to step in to keep the cafe from closing. Mm-hmm. So they're an esports team now.
Yep. So it's esports sports show. Sports anime time.
/ maybe romance.
Yeah.
/ family drama.
Mm-hmm. Because his mom is not happy, from what I can tell, that he's gaming again.
Yes.
And his sister, who's the one I would say most affected by the family accident caused by his gaming, is like...
We don't know if it was caused by his gaming.
It's implied that he gave up it because...
of the...
Because he was gaming instead of doing something like watching after his little sister like he should have.
Something. We don't know what happened, but we have a theory on what happened, basically. Mm. Or I have a theory, but we don't know.
And I'm like, I don't know why you brought the dad into this theory.
Well, the dad's dead.
Mm-hmm. He could have already been dead. I don't know.
It's true. I'm just saying.
Anyway, Protocol Rain. Yeah, I'm here. Let's do it. When they cut to the video game, it's not like it's
just a shitty like 3D.
Yeah, it looks like even shittier than like CS:GO. So it's like, okay, they didn't do the thing where they're like, we'll just animate it in the same style as the anime. We'll just build a shitty.
Well,
thing.
I think it's one, they want to make sure there's a difference.
Yeah,
they want to show the difference in styles, I guess, but also. My theory is just like people don't realize that they're in an anime, that they're animated like that, so they have to make sure that their games are different or something.
Well, but you have shit like, and you thought there was never a girl online where like occasionally it'll cut to them playing the game, and it'll be like, oh, there's video game MMO graphics there. But most of the time, it's just like, yeah, it's just they just animated them into the game. You know,
they'll usually just make them cheapy. That's what they usually do.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's just okay, they're in the game.
Okay,
they're in the game, but they look like themselves.
They probably just wanted to make it more video game.
Yeah,
looking.
Well, it's just because
they just don't have the budget to make it look like a good video game. So it's just
well, it doesn't need to look like a good video game to be a competitive video game.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, we get it. It's one of those games.
Yeah. Protocol Rain, check it out.
Yeah. What's your rating?
We'll go 7.
6.18. I think that's a little too low.
I think it's a little too low.
Yeah, that's the one that kind of surprised me.
It's like that's what else was all high? Goofy was higher than that.
Goofy was higher than that.
Was Pig higher than that?
Barely lower.
Pig was barely lower.
Yes.
Okay. That's just it's not on the same level as Pig.
No, it should be higher.
Disgraced Noble Lady was higher.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Where was Dead Mount Death Play at? I don't think you said
7.59.
Okay, that's about where that should be at.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw. I think I saw that one. I'm like, I gotta write these down.
It's like this is an odd score for this one to have because it's one of the better ones this season. It's one I think so. I want to watch this show.
All right, that's all of the ones we watched together.
Yes. You want me to do mine?
Sure.
You did watch the first episode of this with me.
Yes.
But it was the first episode
the first season.
Of the first season. This is season. I'm watching Faraway Paladin season 2, which I didn't realize had a season 1 until we started watching it. And we're like, oh, there's a whole season out of this plus an episode. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll give it like a 6, 7 at the most.
Okay. That's it.
I like where it's just like, I like the premise. It's like, yeah, guy's raised by a skeleton, a ghost, and a mummy. I'm like, I'm here for that shit.
A skeleton, a ghost, and a mummy raise a human child.
Yeah. And then the other part of me is just like, they could have leaned into that more. Where it's just like, okay, like, the design of the skeleton is just like, okay, it's this really big, powerful looking skeleton. Whereas I kind of just wanted to be like, it's just like a little skeleton, and he can't even talk. He's just like, he's just like chattering his teeth or something.
Mm.
Or he talks like, oh fuck, why can't I think of the Sansa's brother's name?
Oh, I have no idea.
Papyrus. Talks like Papyrus from Undertale.
Oh shit, that reminds me. I gotta write down a character name from this show.
So,
speaking of fonts.
I don't know, it's fine for reborn isekai, power fantasy shit.
Gotcha. So, the anime I just watched, the first 3 episodes of, was My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned Home, a S-ranked adventurer.
Okay. Tell me about it.
The only reason why I chose this anime is because one of the main characters looks like Ryder from Fate Zero.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fun for the most part. It's just your standard anime fantasy story, basically. He's like this retired adventurer who's like really powerful, but had like some sort of incident where he lost his leg. So he just like moved to a small town and just like almost their protector, whatever. He finds a baby in the woods.
Hell yeah.
Raises her. Then she goes off to adventuring school and she becomes an S-ranked adventurer.
Adventuring school.
So basically, dumb. Yeah.
Every time that trope pops up, I'm just like, what a dumb
It does
thing.
cut to like where she's done, so we don't see any schooling. She's an adventurer.
Yeah, but like the fact that it exists is silly.
Yeah.
Like, how is this a viable career path?
But like the whole point of the first 3 episodes is she's just trying to get back home for like vacation to visit her dad she hasn't seen in 5 years. But she keeps getting like stopped for work, so she can't get to him. And then like finally after episode 3, she's there.
So you finally got Ryder. You're like, there's Ryder.
Well, they've been cutting back to him every so often.
Good,
like,
good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fine. It's your standard fantasy anime.
Is it fantasy? It's not an isekai of any sorts, for you to tell. Okay. Is it is it what they call a lit RPG? Are they aware of like levels and stats and stuff?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay.
They have like rankings, but that's it.
Wait, so tell me about these rankings. What does that mean? Just like somebody's just like
there's like a guild of adventurers, and they're given
like,
ranks.
Like, okay, yeah, you took out a dragon S rank or whatever.
Yeah, so she's like S ranked. There's people who are like AA ranked and that type of stuff.
Okay, because like lit RPGs are really fucking popular right now.
Okay.
So it's just like, okay, is this just one of those? They're whatever. Konosuba is a lit RPG.
It's true. But the main character's name is Belgrieve the Red Ogre, which he doesn't realize people call him the Red Ogre. Because people are like, are you Belgrieve the Red Ogre? He's like, I'm Belgrieve. I don't know what the other part means. And then the daughter's name is Angeline the Black-Haired Valkyrie. That's like her adventurer name. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's good. I like it. And then one of the characters' name is Helvetica.
Okay.
That's why I had to bring it up when you said Papyrus.
Yeah.
But mm-hmm. The My Anime ranking is 6.78, and that's probably about right. Maybe a tad higher, but again, I'm pretty lenient on rankings.
Yeah, that's fair. There's nothing too mad. There's nobody that like gave Butariba a 9. It wasn't averaging a 9.
It's not averaging a 9.
Yeah. I'm sorry. There are probably some people that gave it a 9, but it's not averaging that. Mm-hmm. So I'm not too mad. I've contained my rage.
Yes. Just Protocol Rain's too low, and Goofy's probably too high.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
We'll see about Frieren.
All right.
But, yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Next episode should be our Dragon Ball episode. I probably want to put some finishing touches on my PowerPoint presentation, which will hopefully be part of the video. If we can, I'm sure we'll get that figured out. It'll just be like
this might be the first
true video podcast.
Yes,
it's not our face reveal because we've streamed plenty of times before, but we're gonna hopefully get Brock on that one. At the very least, I wanted his input on my PowerPoint presentation. I want to quiz him on some more obscure shit. It's like, yes, how big of a fan are you, Brock? Who is this character? And I pull up some random filler character from Dragon Ball.
Oh shit, I forgot that character's name.
You mean your favorite character?
Yeah. Oh, it was
Shula.
Shula, that's it. Dang it.
Come on.
I knew it was a football coach. I had a different football coach in my head, though.
All right. So you can find us on YouTube. You can find us as Anime Territory. Yep. You can find us anywhere you find podcasts as Anime Territory. I don't really stream that much anymore, but maybe we'll do something there. Just twitch.tv/.
We'll have the Dragon Ball stream.
Were we streaming that as well as recording it? Okay. We might as well.
Might as well.
Okay.
Poor kid stones.
And then we will... Oh, I mean, you can follow us on Twitter.
X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, the website formerly known as Twitter. As anime_territory.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll post on there. Whatever. Haven't been on X much now that it's not Twitter, just because it's fine. I can wean myself off of this. I don't need to go to it constantly. I'm spending most of my social media time on Reddit.
That's just where I get all my sports stuff, so I'm always on it.
But you're never tweeting.
No, I never tweet. I didn't tweet when it was Twitter.
You tweeted occasionally.
Occasionally.
When we would say something really funny, and I'd be like, "You should tweet that." If you don't, I will. But you are now leaving the Anime Territory.
Goodbye.